Hey y'all, welcome back to this episode of The Loop.
Welcome back. Today we have a couple of things that we're going over. We, first of all, are going to be interviewing Mr. Cap about Skills USA and his teams. Very excited to see how that's going, seeing if they're going to regionals.
Yeah, and then after that, we'll be watching some of our underclassmen's videos that they made.
Wow.
So I'm pretty excited to see, how, they did compared to what we did because like the class itself stays the same, but like, the imagination of the students going into it changes.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool seeing how like the videos I would have made back then compared to the videos they make now.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be some cool stuff, good stuff. And yeah, just can't wait to get right into it. Do you want to get right into it or do you want to chit chat?
Well, I am really excited to see those videos right after this interview. Let's head over to that now.
All right, good stuff. See y'all then. Bye. Welcome back to The Loop. Today we're here with, who are you?
Mr. Daniel Kaplinski, I'm the computer science teacher here at the Lift.
Awesome, good stuff.
Okay. Well, we have a couple of questions for you. My first question is, can you give us a quick rundown of what Skills USA is and how it benefits the students?
So Skills USA is my official CTSO, or Career Technical Student Organization, and we offer it to students so they have a chance to compete in something that is more academic or career-based for what they want to do. For me specifically, it's cybersecurity, computer science, kind of the IT world of things that we offer upstairs.
Awesome. Good stuff. And then what does your classes like here at Adams do?
So for the computer science classes here at Adams, I offer 3 different classes: Computer Science 1, Computer Science 2, and AP Computer Science. You can earn your entire foreign language credit by taking these classes. You will learn to read, write, and speak computer programming languages. We cover Python, Java, C++. This year we started HTML and CSS. And we work on a few various projects around campus. But that's really what we do up there. A lot of coding, a lot of racking your brain, trying not to be mad at the computer.
And then why should a student want to choose Mr. Kaplinski as their teacher, and why should they want to choose your class?
So my classes, why would you want to choose me? I don't know. I think I'm a pretty fun guy. But my classes offer, number one, if you want to do this for a living, you can get paid a lot of money really quick. It offers very insight on how things work in the IT world. You can accomplish a lot of cool things, like recently, like the Artemis thing that just happened. Okay, people notice that, yes, there's computers on there, but they're not typing anything. Somebody behind the scenes, each button they push has a program for it to tell the space shuttle or spacecraft to do something. So they didn't have to manually do it or operate a computer up there while they were up there. Somebody had written the programs, and it's their job to engage it while they're up there. So I teach the fundamentals or basics so you can do stuff like that.
Wow. So how does that loop into How does that loop into Skills USA, and what's your experiences at Skills USA?
So for Skills USA specifically, I offer a computer programming class or computer programming competition where they are given one prompt and they sit in a competition area for 6 hours and they are told to code the solution to the problem. So I don't have any insight on what they're going to ask or how they're going to ask it or what skills they're going to be asked to use. I just have to make sure that they are provided a computer with a language editor on it or a IDE, integrated development environment, so that they can write whatever language they need and can run whatever they need it to run. So
Good stuff. And how do you go about kind of like, obviously like you teach the kids in class like how to do the language, but like how do you kind of like coach the students into like that moment? Because like it's different being in the classroom and like being kind of told what to do and following like instructions compared to like actually being in that real life situation.
Right.
So how do you prepare them?
So my content is unique in a way that no problem is the same as the next problem. So my goal is, as I'm preparing them for this, is that they are given a foundation of these skills and the language that they have. And once they understand the language, like they can understand the basics of the syntax and the structure and basic, what I want to say, I guess it's the structure of how the language works. Once they have that, I teach them and I just throw them into various problem-solving situations, and I give them, my strategy is to give them very little to work with and tell them to find a solution, so that, because problem-solving, you can be the greatest programmer in the world, but there's no script that just says, here's your problem, here's how you do it. So my goal is to expose them to as many different problems as possible, so that when they're in there, they know they're going to get a problem that they don't know what they're going to be asked, but they don't panic because they know, okay, I can break it down, I can do this, and I have a foundation to sit on.
Yeah.
So that's my goal.
Do you have any other competitions that you're doing, like anytime soon, in the next year or anything?
So earlier this month, we went to district meet for UIL academics, where I have a computer science team, and they did well. They went from last place to first place and advanced to regionals. So we're going to regionals tomorrow, actually, after school. That competition that's all Java based. Okay, they take a 40-question test, and then they go and sit in a room for 2 hours, and they're given 12 problems to solve, and they have 2 hours to solve as many as they can. And they were able to solve 5 of them. And the best team I've ever had, which got second in state, was able to solve 6. So they did well. They did very well. So we leave tomorrow for Lubbock to go to our regional meet.
Wow, congratulations and
Thanks.
good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, that's all I had to say. Anything you want to add on?
No. Do you have anything you want to?
I don't think so.
Send
That was
the
fun.
people off with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all when we get back from this break. We got some more good stuff coming.
Sweet.
So, but awesome. Thank
right.
you so much for coming out.
No problem. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
This is our future.
This is our journey.
In AISD, CTE gives us a place to grow.
To explore, to discover what's possible,
We're learning skills that matter,
skills that open doors.
skills that create careers. CTE is where passion meets purpose.
We don't just study,
We create.
We solve problems.
we prepare for what's next.
In AISD, CTE challenges us.
It supports us.
And inspires us.
The world is changing.
But so are we.
we're ready to lead.
We're ready to serve. We're ready to make a difference.
This is our moment.
This is CTE and AISD.
Yeah, later. How's it going? Yeah. I'm thirsty. Pray for us. How's it going? My name is Matt Marchbanks, and I teach 8th grade U.S. History at Man Steam Academy. All right, guys, go to your desks. Let's go. Go to your desk. Go to your desk, please. Look at your warm-up. Today, we're talking about what we call sectionalism, how the North and the South and the West all developed differently, and how those differences kind of drove us towards the Civil War and divided the North versus the South. We're going to be doing some reading together. I'll be modeling some of the reading, and that's the lesson. How we're going to do this is we're going to do a reading, okay? Everybody get your reading out. I'm going to use kind of an I do, you do, we do structure. Basically, I'm going to model part of the lesson. Everybody get out your reading passes. We're going to go start with the North, and we're going to read together. Remember, my expectation is that you're reading along with me, And when I point to the class, and when I leave a word out, you say it back to me, all right? Then they're gonna do an independent section on their own, and then they'll partner up and talk to each other, and they'll do a lot of different activities to kind of reinforce what they learned. With your group or with your partner, you guys are gonna answer and read section for the West, and you're gonna answer the questions together. I am walking around grading you, listening, okay? You guys got 5 minutes on the clock. Be ready to share and be done with all 3 sections in 5 minutes. Ready? The thing that I love about teaching history is that it teaches kids to utilize critical thinking skills in a big way. Like I tell my kids, it's really a reading and writing class. There's a lot of reading, a lot of writing. You have to be able to read at a really high level, process what you just read, and then it becomes teaching kids how do we express our ideas in a way that is positive, in a way that adds to the conversation, doesn't take away from it. And so, yeah, I love history. I read it on my own, and it's really the only thing I've ever wanted to teach.
Hi, I'm Brady Westmoreland. I'm a student here at Holland Medical, located at the Hardin-Simmons campus. Being at Holland gives you a baseline knowledge and information about everything in the medical field, regardless of whatever you go into. Classes like pharmacy technician, phlebotomy and EKG, dental assistant, CMA, CNA, and diversified health sciences. You can join a lot of activities like HOSA, community service hours, as well as learning experiences that look great for college and for your careers and certifications. Sophomores can apply this spring to attend their next junior year. We hope to see you at Holland Medical soon. Remember to apply today.
Welcome back to The Loop. That was a pretty good interview, if you ask me.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was very good. He's very knowledgeable, but a very soft-spoken man, and you can tell the stuff he's soft-spoken about is he's very well knowledgeable about, and he's spoken well about it.
Yeah, very educational.
Spoke well, not spoken. But yeah, he was a very knowledgeable person, and it was good seeing that knowledge being transferred out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he made someone, little 8th grade Timmy wanna join his program, because I know I do.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm graduating. I want to join this program.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want to learn coding.
Yeah,
I want to learn programming.
I could speak a computer.
I can speak. Beep. Sorry.
Whoa, dude! Watch it now.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, rolling into our next little segment here, we have some video from our underclassmen, and yeah, we're gonna just roll right into it with the cardboard boat promotion from Desiree Ublacker.
Think so.
Ublacker, alrighty. So we're gonna just roll right into it. Coming up now.
Of all the things at Adams, from CTE courses to academics, one thing stands out the most: cardboard boat. How does it feel being a first-year teacher and helping lead a cardboard boat team?
It felt awesome. It was really neat to get to watch all of the kids go through problem solving and working together as a team. I got to watch a lot of leadership, and I think as a first-year teacher, it really helped bring a sense of community to Adams, and so wouldn't trade it for anything. It's been awesome.
What have you learned about collaboration from the students working on cardboard boat?
So I've learned that students are far more capable of collaboration than we sometimes assume as adults, and that they work really in a fun way together with Cardboard Boat because they have a shared goal in mind. And so I find that it's fun to see which ones take on leadership roles and how they all have to learn to listen to each other when they are trying to build a functioning boat.
How does it feel watching the students immerse themselves in the world of Cardboard Boat?
It's so much fun to watch them work together to try and create a shared effort that works but may fail too in so many fun ways. And I just enjoy seeing how they all collaborate and work to create a functioning object that may sink the second it hits the water. You never know. So.
All right, some some good stuff there.
Some pretty good stuff, yeah.
So how did you feel like that video turned out?
I think it was good. It was very informative over, like, you know, the experience of Cardboard Boat, because I've never gotten to experience it. So I love seeing that inside view of what goes on. I did have one small little gripe, which is that I don't think that they got close enough. Instead, they stayed pretty far back and they zoomed in, which made the footage a little bit grainy, a little bit harder to understand on the smaller details. But overall, that's an easy fix, and I think it was entertaining, and honestly, it was entertaining and educational. So I enjoyed it.
I feel you. I feel like a lot of times with a lot of our like newer students and like, you know, like getting kind of used to filming and whatnot, they don't want to get in there as much. They prefer to zoom in because they like, you know, kind of staying back. But I feel like if you want to get like that shot to really encompass all the emotion, you have to physically be there with that person. And yeah, I could definitely tell like it happened a couple times when they maybe should have got in. But I also understand that, you know, when I was doing it to begin with, I also zoomed in and I didn't get up in there.
It's scary to get in there, like in like things like where there's a lot of people moving around. There's a lot of like movement. You know, you don't want to get in people's way.
Yeah.
I know that I was like really scared, and I was also just like, I wouldn't want to get in people's faces. So you know, but
so like it's definitely scary, especially like around water. You know, they were like right next to water, and then also just kind of like at the football games. I noticed a lot of times our sideline cameras don't get on the like end zones or like don't get on the sidelines how they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Because they're scared of getting hit. And reasonable fear, I've gotten hit a couple times being on that sideline. It's dangerous out there. But yeah, other than that, I felt like it was really good. The interviews came out nice.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly how it was said, but somewhere in one of the interviews it said like it really like brings like newer people into the Adams like spirit and like brings them closer together.
Yeah, it gives them a sense of community.
Yeah. So I really like that little soundbite there, and overall, pretty good interview. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff.
All right. Well, what is our next video?
So rolling into it, so Ms. Batten's AV1, and I don't know, she may be doing an AV2 now, but I know for AV1, she did like an interview, and we would just interview each other, just the students in the class, most of the time just talking about like the high school experience. And we actually have an interview of Cecilia Dieter, and she, you know, just talked about her high school experience, and it was a pretty good video. So let's get right into it. Yeah. You roll right in.
Roll right in.
Roll right in. All right, let's watch.
I do not think I would have the high school experience that I have now or that I've had thus far without my friends. Certain friends taught me a lot more about how to like respect boundaries. I started out mostly as like an anxious control freak and just like kind of overeager. I feel like I've definitely mellowed out mainly due to like my friends like kind of putting an input like, hey, I don't know about that. There are certain classes that I don't think I'd be able to do without friends. Like there are classes where I don't have my friends in them, and those are some of my hardest ones. Like my friends are a huge part of what makes going to school fun and entertaining. Certain like people in like parties, when they interact with each other, sometimes they tend to bring out the worst in each other, and sometimes it's like one person being kind of like, for lack of a better word, because I don't like this word, but attention seeking. They just don't want to take care of themselves, but they want that to be known, and then they want the other person to feel bad for them and to pity them and to like, you know. And it's just frustrating to see the people trying to care for these people when they're kind of lost causes. Everybody needs community. Everybody needs somebody around them, whether it's family, friends, whatever. Even if they didn't make those friends inside of school, they're still there, and it's a community that they have.
All right. Well, some good stuff there. Just roll right into the good here. I really liked like just the message behind the video. You know,
Yeah.
I really do feel like it's important for like, you know, like being in high school with friends and whatnot. And, you know, friends are what really makes the experience, because high school is a great time, but, you know, it really is obvious. Like if you don't have like that sense of community and that sense of friends, it's just, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. So seeing people talk about like, you know, being grateful for their friends and how that has changed their experience, it's really nice, because I know that a lot of people out there can probably relate to that, having like a kind of scary high school experience, but finding people who make it easier.
Yeah, but I really only had one kind of minor gripe, which just like the last video, it's just a simple fix. It's filming against light. I notice a lot of newer people will film against light. And a lot of times, like, they film in these highlight areas because, like, you know, they don't have to bring any external lighting. They just let the sun do it. But a lot of times it blacks out your subjects.
Yeah.
And you lose a lot of your focus and stuff. And for certain shots, it can be good. Like, if you don't want any, like, people in frame, like the ideal is silhouettes, then it is good. But I notice a lot of times it's just a lot of people will film in a highlight area, especially here at Adams with everything being glass.
Yeah, it is very hard to get shots with how open the school is. So like it's completely understandable. Like it happens sometimes, especially like whenever you're first starting out.
Yeah, but other than that, it was a really good video. Nice little insight on Cecilia's life.
Yeah.
So. But alrighty, that's all I had to say about those nice little videos. Anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, not really.
So, alrighty, y'all, we're going to head to just a quick commercial break. And right after we're done with that, we'll put it all up in a nice little bow tie and send y'all off. And see y'all, and then we'll see y'all next time. But until then, we'll catch y'all after this break. Hey, y'all, welcome back. Closing things out. Get some final words out. How did you feel about the Mr. Kaplinski interview?
I felt pretty good. I mean, it was really fun to talk to him, see what's going on with his class in Skills USA, and I'm really excited to see how they do in regionals tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like the school just has so much talent just oozing out of it. And I'm really excited to see, you know, him and his team make it so far. Really showing that Phoenix spirit.
Yeah.
So not only for Phoenix, but for all of AISD.
Yeah.
So
I forgot what I was gonna say.
But yeah, everyone can go in there and do it. It doesn't matter if you go to Adams or not. And I'm really excited. Not only Adams gets to show off, but also all of AISD gets to show off.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool, really fun. And you know, what were your thoughts on those videos?
I liked them. Like I said, I really like seeing how like the underclassmen like interpreted like the video ideas and compared to how I interpreted them and how you did them.
Yeah. So
it was cool seeing, you know, their skills kind of like, it was basically like seeing like a preview for like a movie trailer, you know, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I'm kind of seeing what they're working with, and then later on I'm going to see them like, you know, in AISD Live or in other aspects, and then I get to see their skills then when they make those videos. So I think it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. It was great to watch, great to see, and I'm really excited to see what's happening with them next year. I'm gonna stay updated on that after I'm gone. I'm definitely gonna stay updated with AISD Live and everything.
Yeah. So, and then it'll be cool, you know. Maybe they'll take our places here at the lift.
Maybe.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
But alrighty, I mean that's all I really had to say.
Me too.
You wanna put any words out there in the world? Words for the wise?
My words from the wise are, I hope you all had a great time watching this show, watching this episode, and we'll catch you next Saturday at noon. This has been The Loop.
Yeah, and just one final little thing. Make sure you wash properly. Not only yourself, but all your clothes. The pits are very important areas. A lot of people neglect the feet. That captures a lot of odor. But other than that, yeah, we'll see y'all next Saturday.
See y'all next Saturday.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.